Check out the photos of a wolverine spotted near the Blue Lake Park area of the Columbia River on McGuire Island. These were taken by people fishing along the Columbia River Monday morning. Here's a photo of the tracks provided by Dave Kiter, biologist with the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife. Wolverines are mostly found in Alaska and Canada, with much smaller populations in the lower 48. This is the first report of a wolverine outside of the Wallowa Mountains in over 30 years.
These animals can travel a great distance, especially when they're dispersing, which is moving from their natal area to potentially set up a new territory and find a mate elsewhere.
And it might be. Check out where those photos were taken of it spotted Monday on McGuire Island in the middle of the river. Wolverines can swim, so they think it swam to the mainland, then traveled 13 miles south to Damascus, where biologists say they had a credible sighting 2 days later on Wednesday. Biologists have set up some motion detecting cameras and a hair collecting device, but biologists think it's moved on. So if there's one, could there be others?
The chances are really very low. Our state worked with a number of other partners from 2020 to 2022 for a major survey effort throughout the Cascade Mountains and eastern Oregon, and we only detected wolverines at one location in the Wallowa Mountains.
Wolverines are part of the weasel family and resemble small bears. When it comes to being dangerous towards humans, Kiter said we shouldn't have anything to worry about.
There's not documented evidence of wolverines attacking people. In the right situation, any animal can be dangerous, and so we recommend what we always recommend, which is people give animals their space, observe respectfully.
Kiter says the wolverine has a better chance of surviving in a higher elevation area that has a high prey base. They can be up to 44 inches long, not including the tail.
What a story. Brian, thank you.
Looks like it might be ready to try to make a break for it.
Well, a giant Pacific octopus stranded on a Washington beach was saved by a little girl and a group of researchers. It happened at Bayview State Park in Mount Vernon last week. Researchers say that little girl did exactly the right thing to keep the octopus alive.
She was taking water with her little sand bucket and she was filling it up and she was pouring it on top of the octopus.
Now, officials say you should not try to touch or move an octopus yourself if you see one out of water. Instead, just call in the wildlife experts.
Oh,
pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
The color of it, so vibrant.
Yeah, wow. And knowing the right thing to do, I think that was so sweet. You know, with her little sand bucket, she came to the rescue. But like they said, if you do ever see one, don't touch it and call, of course, officials. But
It's a good thing the Wolverine didn't find that octopus, right?
Well, yeah.
Did you know the Latin name for the Wolverine is gulo gulo?
No.
Yeah, of course I knew that, Matt. Everybody knows
that, right?
No, I didn't know
Gulo gulo, which is Latin.
You know that.
It's Latin for throat because of their voracious appetite, and the other gulo, it means just like, vicious. So
It's just like that big of a vicious appetite. Gulo gulo.
Yeah, they're wild. Even bears leave them alone.
That's
they're really interesting animals.
Fun fact.
All right.